What's up, everybody? Thanks for stopping by my channel, Esteemed Queen Mentality. Be sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. That way you get to let me know that you are here. And all of that other additional information about our warrior community, etc. is in the description box down below. I miss you guys. I've been, in and out or whatever. Y'all know my first business is Cooking with Stella. So I've been in the midst of doing a lot of things for that business. And, it's that time of year that, pet mothers, pet fathers out there, we got to keep up on our pet child's health just as much as ours. Amen. So, it's getting warmer, so he had to get his rabies boosters and all that good stuff. I'm a good pet mama. I'm trying to tell you something. I'll put my mama to shame. But that's neither here nor there. But nonetheless, get your water, get your wine, get your hooch, get whatever it is that you're sipping on, get it and bring it close. Now, I got so much to talk about with y'all within the next couple of videos. I know the last couple of videos were pretty much kind of just like urgent messages that I received. And of course, if you want your blessings to continue, of course, you have to, be obedient, okay? There's really nothing I need to say about that. I pretty much said what I needed to say. There's a part 2 that is coming. Very interesting. But needless to say, it is on the way. The unboxing for our hair infinity, y'all, that is coming, okay? I am really tossed up in between doing a treatment for the podcast, the radio podcast, or if I want to do it here on the YouTube channel to help the ones that are going through that same type of struggle, etc. It depends. It depends. For the ones that do know but don't know but do know now, my radio podcast that is on that's in the warrior community is pretty much, is radio, okay? The twist and the gag is that all of the music that I play on my station, I have either composed, arranged, produced, co-wrote, etc. So they're all mine. I have my masters. So I'm really tossed up. I do have a couple of different things coming, so I think it'll be a good way for me to plug in, as well as for me to plug in other black-owned businesses and women-owned businesses and minority-owned businesses that I've been working with within the last week and a half. So, like I said, get your water, get your wine, get your hooch, get whatever it is that you're sipping on, and bring it close, because today I want to talk to y'all about something very in particular. This has always been something that's been in the back of my mind, but it's always been worded a certain way, okay? So it's always been worded in the way that, when one door closes, another one opens. Absolutely. Raise your hand if you believe that. I believe that. But when it comes down to you elevating your idea of where you're trying to go and how far you're trying to expand, you look at those no's to be, of course, one door closing, another one opens. But we need to look at the fact of, what does that mean? We hear parents tell us that all the time. We hear parents tell us that, when we lose our first job, when we get our first job, when we, all those good things, when bad things happen, when people try to encourage us, we always think about, there's an upside to rejection. And absolutely, it does. I've always gone by that philosophy, but it wasn't until recently I was sitting there and I was really, it really just came by like asteroid fast and meteoroid fast in regards to how we need to look at those chapters closing, new chapters opening, okay? And so I know y'all looked at that thumbnail and was like, this girl don't know how to spell. Yeah. Yes, I'm very articulate. I meant what I said. In the words of Nene, I said what I said. We need to talk about that hell to the no, baby. We need to talk about what happens when we elevate our mindset to want more, to require, request, confirm, affirm, claim. Did I say confirm? What we want. And so recently, me and my sky father was having this type of conversation as well. It's just like, in order for you to know what you want, you have to understand the no's that you receive. Each no you receive has a secret message that is encrypted for you to be able to regurgitate out that rejection and be able to be like, you know what? Man, chick, or child, you're making a huge mistake if you decide to move on past me. Now, this is not something you need to inject into your ego. This is not something you need to inject into your pride. Put the syringes away, okay? Okay, because baby boy, baby girl, being able to be successful, it can be scary, but you can also be strategic. Okay, so that way, whatever catches you off guard isn't going to help you. You know, it isn't going to harm you from being on balance. Okay, so we need to take a look at how no's equal new opportunities, and we need to learn, and we need to know, and we need to talk about how we are able to take those no's, learn from them, be able to bundle them up and strengthen them, and then that way the next time you go out is not another trial and tribulation. It's going to be a victory. Okay, so I put these on my phone this time around. Coming up to the new age. I didn't really have time to write these things down, to be honest with you. They came so fast, all I could grab was my phone. But we need to talk about the hell to the nose. Hell to the nose. I said it how I said it. Hell to the nose. Say it with me. Hell to the nose. Okay. N-O-O-O. No. Okay, so I'm done with y'all. Okay, so number one, you gotta understand that you have to learn from the reason of rejection. Now, you know how like you go and you do, you know, you fill out a credit card application. And so when you have a credit card application or whatever, it comes back and it tells you like a really vague, generic but precise reason as to why it is they rejected you, regardless if it's because, you know, you got too much going on, you got too many accounts in the negative, you got too many derogatory remarks, etc. They outline the reasons as to why they chose to decline you, to reject you. So what happens is any normal thinking person will go and look at what they're saying, and it's literally on your credit report, and you'll look at that list. I swear, here's someone at my house. I won't expect no consultations today. Anyhow, so you'll go through all those categories, and a person with common sense will be like, well, let me fix those areas, so then that way you have a better chance. Well, it's the same way when it comes to rejection, regardless if it's business. Well, mainly if it's business. That's what we focused on, okay? If you want to learn more about this, it's in our dreamer community, like dead ass. And on top of that, once a month, I actually do a Zoom webinar with all of the students and participants. So I triple dare you to go over there and be able to just like plug all this in. But they could tell you the same thing. Okay, so you got to learn from your rejection. If so happens you reached out, for instance, I reached out to a company that has a co-op space, and so, or better yet, a co-work space. And co-work means they're like business incubators, you know. It's like mini cubicles, like offices, mini offices. And so I had reached out to her and said, hey, you know, we have these different types of brands, you know, for my other company, this, that, and the third. You know, all that business slango. Slango. And, you know, she finally reached back later and said, well, look, you know, right now, this, you know, we have that stocked. So let me know. Now, the thing is that though she stopped she let me know she will need those things eventually. You know what I'm saying? So right now may not be the best time. All right. So with it, the summertime coming up, everyone's going to be trying to find a place that has some type of air condition. So with that being said, boom, that's going to be another time I reach out and inquire, maybe 30 to 60 days from there. But the thing is that I learned in that space, they have that amenity. So it's nothing for me to go back and, you know, follow back up with them. So you have to learn from your rejection, whether they say, well, look, you know, you need these type of requirements to meet the minimum criteria and standards to be able to get this job. Okay, look into it. These days and times, they really trying to get people out the house. They really trying to get people back into the work field. They really trying to act like Corona never happened. So look into different options of you being able to, you know, get that training and be able to get that experience and get that skill. It's possible. You feel me? So number 2 is that they may say no, but remember, they've had your attention, or you've had their attention. Okay, so whether you go through their website, or whether, you know, you're very direct and forward, you send a letter, whatever the case may be, however it is that's tasteful and you get their attention, though they rejected you, understand that even if you were to follow back up with them, guess what happens? You jog their memory. Sometimes that's what you need. You just need to jog their memory. If you already put your footprint in the ground, it should be nothing for you to be able to find your way back to where you started. So that way you know you still in the right territory. You know you in the right lane. You feel me? So, again, if you were to follow back up, do that. Do that. They will have some type of impression of you if they have any type of good impression of you. And number 3 helps you with that. Okay? Remain confident and professional to the end of the assignment. So even if you reach out to them and, you know, man, chick, or child, business, you name it, and you say, hey, ABCFG, hey, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. This is why I'm contacting you. I look forward to hearing from you. Even if they were to come back and they were to say, no, we're stocked on teas, or, you know, no, I'm not available at this time, or unfortunately I don't have that, you know, readily available to offer it to you. Should you ask them for a favor? At the end of the day, don't ever be ungrateful for the time that someone could have used on something else. You feel me? You got to understand, the only way to understand is for you not to judge. And I've learned that through our book club in the warrior community, that sometimes, you know, we get to a point where we inject the wrong things into our pride, into our ego. And a lot of people don't understand that rejection isn't supposed to feed your ego, and it's not it's not supposed to beat your ego, and it's not supposed to feed your ego. It's supposed to feed your humility, because you can end that conversation and close that sale with, thank you for your time, I appreciate the opportunity, I'm humbled by the opportunity, I'll check back in within the next 30 to 60 days and see where you are at that time. Polish it off there. Boom. You know, I don't understand people who come back with emails being like, well, what? Okay. I know you're not about to be an accounts payable for me. Oh no, ain't gonna happen. And it's the same thing for people. If people don't understand what it means for you to do better, if they don't understand what it is required to be successful, and that goes for personal and professional, because let's be honest, it takes a whole 7-step program to feel good, period. So for it to be a 7-step program, just to be somebody that is memorable, to be able to understand that no's they shouldn't make you confess your weaknesses, but they should strengthen them. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes we don't know when pop quizzes pop up, but if you are aware that they're always there, you can't fail. You can't fail. Even a D is passing. Kings, queens, I encourage you this week to, be slow to respond and be calm when you're thinking about your reaction. Because a reaction is just that. It's going to leave an impression, and it's going to leave either a good memory or a bad memory. But when it comes to us being able to be successful, being able to overturn those no's is all part of it too. We don't need no double negativity encouragement. Okay, when I say that, that's like you in the midst of trying to be successful and people still in the idea of you being 7 years old and you need tough love. Like, nah, bitch, I'm grown and confused. So are you encouraging me or you beating me down? You stuck in the year I ain't in, bro. Like, let me know where you at. You don't need that double negative energy. You don't need that. It's going to be fair and square. Point blank period. Gray is not a real color. I think I said that before. So if you're going to be part of my success, I'm going to learn from my weaknesses. It's not good to expose your weaknesses when you're trying to be successful. And I understand that sometimes that can be very hard depending on the people that you're around. But you have to also get this. You got you. No one else can be you but you. So when it comes to your success, learn from what disqualified you. That's the only way that's going to help you become qualified, is that you strengthen your confidence, you strengthen your humility. You understand how those two things work to be able to help you breed opportunities. And once you're able to do that, then you can honestly look at, you know what, I may not have all my ducks when I cross the road, but between the trials of me going out there and being confident to learn something, even if I was to not get a yes, that's going to qualify me somewhere else if I was to input it in the right and proper place. So don't think all no's are straight up rejection. You got this. You just have to be able to read the notes that are coming back to you. A lot of times we get criteria mixed up with criticism. And it's really hard when we don't know there's a line in between. If someone says, well, look, you have too many derogatory remarks or marks on your report for us to give you this loan, then you need to go back and you need to look at those type of marks on your credit report. If so happens a business says, well, look, we're looking for companies that have this type of list, then you need to go back to your list and you need to learn where it is you need to strengthen those weak spots. And as time goes on, as long as you leave it in a polished spot, not a perfect, a polished spot, I guarantee you, a fat man, a thin one, and one that's in between, you're going to be able to have someone remember who the fuck you are. And that's what it's all about. It's being able to climb up, grab what we want, and like King Kong, don't beat on your chest, but you raise it up. Because you know what? Even if no one had your back over here at Esteemed Queen Mentality, we do. We sure enough do. And we want you to have that victory lap. So this week, just look at all the things that may not accept you for you and build off of it. It's only going to make you stronger. So y'all tell me down below. Be sure that y'all like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell down below. If y'all haven't gone over to my secondary and my third channel, Cooking with Stella and etc., I dare you to do so. there are so many of y'all over here and very few of y'all over there. So I really hope to see y'all in both spots real soon. And until next time, wash your hands, including your thumbs, bitch. And I will see y'all later. Bye. Da, 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 da.